Today I learned that millennial dads are spending 3 times as much time with their kids than their fathers spent with them. Back in 1982, 43% of fathers admitted they never changed a diaper. Today, that number is down to about 3%. Millennials are killing the deadbeat dad industry. Oh, goodness, we need more failures of parents. Hello, everybody, welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo, and today we're back at /r Tumblr. Oh, I didn't suffer enough. If you don't know what Tumblr is, it's a dying social media platform full of people with bad ideas. Let's get right into it. Don't ever let a recipe tell you how many chocolate chips to put in. You measure that shit with your heart.
One time I had a dream that I was making peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and most of them were the regular measurement in cups and stuff. But at the end of the recipe, instead of saying 2.5 cups of chocolate chips, it said 627 chocolate chips. So when I woke up, I made some peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and instead of measuring out chocolate chips, I counted them, and suffered a lot of odd looks from my family for it. Turns out that 627 chocolate chips, the amount that the recipe called for. Not only that, 627 was the exact amount of chocolate chips that we had left in the house. Forbidden knowledge was granted to you that night. Man, /r, that happened. Would love a word with you, because I don't believe you. The human mind can do some insane Rain Man stuff. So it's possible. It's possible. But I'm calling hokey pokey BS because Tumblr is known for making up hokey pokey BS. I just had the best encounter with a child at Kmart. Oh, this accent makes this really uncomfortable. I was in the aisle shopping and this girl and her dad come around the corner. The girl sees me and excitedly exclaims, "There's a human here." To which the father replied, "Yes, there's humans everywhere." Bro, do you realize you met aliens? Not unusual for a Kmart. There's a reason they went under. Only aliens ever showed up, and we get so few of them on this planet. Sitting on and touching warm rocks? Now that's the good stuff. Are you a reptile? What are you, a cop? Mind your business. Don't you dare insult the lizard people. They run the government, you know. My daddy is behind the camera. This is better than the kiss cam when it lands on old couples. God, that's adorable. I love how excited he is, like, yeah! He's so excited to wave to his family. I love it. My dad has a doppelganger named Eric. For years, people have been coming up to him, thinking he was Eric. Sometimes people got a whole conversation going while my dad stands there politely wondering why this stranger is talking to him before they stop, wide-eyed, and realize, you're not Eric. None of us have ever seen Eric, but we know he's out there. Sometimes a couple of years will go by without an Eric incident, and we worry. But then my dad will come home like, "Good news, guys. Eric's still alive. I met his cousin today." Statistically, someone has a doppelganger. Like, you have a doppelganger, I have a doppelganger. There might be some dude in, like, Singapore who looks just like me. And it's just unfortunate that this dude's dad lives within the tri-state area of his doppelganger. But now, can we get some Freaky Friday? And I don't mean with body swapping. What does that mean? I don't know. Here for a rematch? Trust me, Zuko. It's not gonna be much of a rematch. And bodied. It took Katara about 0.532 seconds to take Zuko down. Here for a rematch, he asked the waterbender while standing on a glacier island surrounded by water. I mean, to be fair, that's why you love Zuko. He's reckless, he's brash, he's proud, and he gets all of it beaten out of him. He goes from being this punk teenager to actually being a competent, like, supportive ruler of the Fire Nation. In this house, we stand Zuko. Important note to all Dracula fans. Coca-Cola was invented in 1886, and the story is set in 1897. This means you can authentically hint at Coca-Cola in any and all fan works set around the book's time period. Not that it's very impressive, since Dracula himself wouldn't drink it, but certainly the American suitor can. Van Helsing, absolutely wired on classic cocaine Coca-Cola defeating Dracula. God, that's my favorite pastime. Getting just messed up as all hell on a good old line of coke, finding the nearest vampire and fist fighting them. Silver brass knuckles. It doesn't really work, but the werewolves hate it. Joseph de Creux, 1735 to 1802, was a French painter who is known for his unorthodox self-portraits. Meme man! Bottom left, look at him, it's the meme man. I always wondered where that one painting came from. Why have we only memed one of these 4 portraits? When did we, as a society, fail? A tragedy. Hey gamers. Gamers, guess what? We live in a society!
A scaleless snake. They're scaleless as a result of mutation. I feel like I'm seeing something that I shouldn't have the ability to perceive. Hineki, a lewd noodle. A loodle, if you will. He looks like a snake-shaped Sphinx cat. Honestly, this is one adorable little danger noodle, even if he looks like scrotum skin. I love him. He does look very phallic, though, so maybe I shouldn't. We may be the only lawyers on Earth whose clients are all innocent. The Animal Legal Defense Fund. When I first saw this, I thought the kittens were the lawyers. I'd hire them in a heartbeat. Look at them. Oh, I love the little one. I'm gonna call him Comet, and he's the best lawyer. I built a nap hole in my closet, which is great and has no downsides, until someone comes into my room looking for me, and I have to crawl out of my closet, which is frankly impossible to do with dignity, and without looking like a sleepy golem hissing, "What does it want? Who wakes us up?" I see no downsides to this. I would like step-by-step instructions for how to make a nap hole, please and thank you. I want a nap hole. I want a cozy little space inside my closet where I can chill with my Switch and nobody will mess with me. I want this so bad. I will buy a Vita, I will play PSO inside the happy little nap hole. Oh, I want it! Being married to an elf would suck because they'd just be like, I wrote a short ballad on the subject of our love. Would you like to hear it? Proceeds to sing for the next 12 hours without pause because that's what's considered brief by elf standards. And being married to a dwarf would suck because they'd be like, spends 36 hours carving a pattern into a single face of a hammer they're working on because you can't rush art, and forgets that you even exist until you're forced to come down and persuade them to return to the surface to take a nap before they collapse from exhaustion. So really, you can't win. Yeah, but as a dwarf dating an elf, wouldn't it be nice to hear your lover singing you a ballad while you worked? You're too smart to be following me. We're all too smart to be following you. Oh, the burn! The sick burn! Juice Ortis spitting absolute fire.
Have a super March 10th. You can only reblock this today.
I missed my chance last year. Not gonna let that happen again. Ah, yes! The corporation has claimed the day. Let us rejoice! It's like Star Wars Day. Oh boy! Celebrate us for free! Shout out to the guy in charge of the train station at my hometown who doesn't limit himself to announcing trains, but also comments on interesting birds he sees on the platform, gives completely unofficial weather reports on what he thinks the day is gonna be like, refers to very crowded trains as friendly trains, regularly congratulates everyone on having gotten up on time for Monday mornings. Basically seems to use the Tanny system to amuse himself and try and brighten up everyone's morning commute. Refers to himself as the Fat Controller. What magical land do you live in where there's something other than a robot in charge of the train announcing? Yeah, no, real talk, I want that. Going on the T in Boston is so soulless because it's like, the red line to Braintree will arrive in 1 minute. Like, it's so jarring. I hate it. Have you ever just reading a book and you come across word that you don't know how to pronounce, you just go in your head? When it's someone's name and you have to keep doing that for the rest of the book? Dude, do what I do for anime. I give them nicknames. Shoto from My Hero, the like weird fire and ice boy, named him Icy Hot. Legman? Legman! You don't even need to know his name. You know who Legman is. That's how I get through the character portion of it, but if you can't pronounce a word, you can't pronounce a word, and you just gotta deal with the fact that you're, like, calling it penicillin the entire time when it's penicillin. Penicillin. Ooh. Why do old people read the Bible so much? I asked the old guy standing in front of me at the post office, and he said, it's because we're cramming for finals. God, that's morbid. Holy shit! What if you're giving birth to twins, and it's the end of daylight saving day, and the older twin was born first, but the second twin travels back in time and is born an hour before the first twin? Would that be fricked up or what? I don't even remember typing this, holy crap. Being born physically later but chronologically older is a fricking power move if I've ever heard of one. Yeah, imagine what those fights would be like, cause it's like timeline versus Romanized time, like, what wins? Oh, probably the law of the universe, that's probably what wins. It's really funny how many people on here make jokes about anti-vaxxers and flat earthers, but they practice astrology at the same time, even though it's literally the same pseudoscientific BS. Looking up your horoscope doesn't give your kids polio. Well, true, I've seen the following. In real life, mind you, I've seen the following. Idiots who think rubbing a crystal on their tumor will get rid of the cancer, who will espouse this to somebody with cancer. People who think that the alignment of the stars is somehow gonna clear their bowel blockage instead of the fiber one bar they've been munching on. Like, this pseudoscience bullshit only serves to block us as a society in which, by the way, we live. I forgot where I was going with this. Flight attendant, is there a doctor on board? Alfred, not just Bruce. That should have been you. Not now, Alfred. They aren't asking a maniac who dresses up as a flying mammal every night for help, are they? This is a medical emergency. Why don't you throw the batarang at him, sir? See if that helps. I feel like Bruce Wayne only works because he was, like, born into money and just gets payouts from the Wayne Foundation. Like, I feel like his whole thing falls apart Spider-Man style the second he's not a millionaire at the start. Drama kid this and band kid that. Where's the love for us kids who did absolutely nothing in high school? Show them how quickly someone in the going home club can leave school. Oh god, Mob Psycho 100. I've got nothing to say about this post. Go watch Mob Psycho. My arch nemesis. Do you know why I challenged you to this duel? Me. You want me to stop making puns? You're right. I didn't want to do this. I once considered you a friend. Didn't have to come to this, but the puns have to stop. It's really the duality of man. Shoots me immediately. Holds my bullet-ridden intestines in place. It all led to this. Why won't you die? Coughing up blood. No need to go ballistic. Oh god, good old-fashioned Oblivion reference. J.R.R. Tolkien. I really love my wife. I will make her into a beautiful, unearthly half-angel princess who beat Satan almost single-handedly and won an argument with the keeper of the halls of the dead. Also J.R.R. Tolkien. I love my best friend. I will make him into a grumpy tree who never gets to the point. If this isn't the best example of the difference between the relationship you should have with your wife and your best friend, I don't know what is. Oh my god, this is very accurate. Me and the boys will curse each other out, but like, I'm very soft with my girlfriend, because she's so good to me. But at the same time, I'm playing games with my buddy Derek, and I'm like, hey, piece of shit. And he's like, yeah, you goddamn trash fire. And I'm like, I love you. Many thanks to the anonymous student who told me on a course evaluation, your classroom charisma has all the captivating qualities of a houseplant, which I am certain would teach this course in a more engaging manner if given the opportunity. I had a colleague who received this evaluation. If I only had 6 months to live, I would want it to be spent in your class because it would feel like an eternity. I love course evaluations. I love them as a student, and now I love them as a professor. My favorite was, I wonder what he's really supposed to be doing with his life. This can't be it. God, that is a horrifying concept. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the thought of never achieving. Oh, and the student can see it. Oh, so anyway, that's all the time we have today on Kalbus. My name has been Lumo. If you liked this, there's going to be another /r Tumblr up on your screen in the coming seconds. Make sure to like the video. It lets the algorithm know that this video is worthy of being shared to everyone around the world. And as always, I hope to see you in the very next Reddit reading video. Goodbye. Have a lovely day.